Hello chess friends, in today's video we are going to check out the Danish Gambit. So, I don't think many of you know about this Gambit before watching this video because it is not played that often in the Grandmasters level. It is mostly an underrated Gambit, but I guarantee you that if you are playing as white and especially if you are playing this against an intermediate opponent, not an expert, you are definitely going to win the match. I can guarantee you this. So, by wasting no time, let's check out this Gambit, and also I will tell you all the tricks and tactics. So please don't skip a single second of this video and keep watching Chess Mastermind. So starting with the Gambit now. So this Gambit starts with the king's pawn opening, which is e4, e5, the common opening moves. After that, we move to d4, which is the center game. Black takes, the most common reply, and also accepts the Gambit. We move on to c3, sacrificing another pawn. Now black takes the pawn. Then we move our bishop to c4. Black captures another pawn. We capture the black pawn with our bishop. This is the official Danish Gambit accepted line. As we can see that we gave up two of our pawns in return of these very aggressive positions. Both of our bishops are eyeing down the king side and can attack anytime they want. So in the next segment I will be telling you the concepts and tactical ideas. So let's move on. Okay, so as white you need to keep in mind a few things. First of all, since you are already 2 pawns down, do not try to exchange pieces. Second of all, you should be super aggressive and try not to play any passive moves. Third, as we can see that this is going to be a really open game and you don't have a pawn to defend your king here. So it is really important to keep your bishops and not exchange them if you get an offer to. And fourth of all is that in the Danish Gambit you may have the option to capture the f7 pawn at times and sacrifice your bishop. And don't hesitate in doing that because that may give you a really solid advantage. Look for opportunities and go on. Okay, and the last concept which I am going to tell you is that when the knight moves to f6, there is no problem if you go aggressive, as I told you earlier. Whenever you get a chance, just be aggressive in the Danish Gambit as you are already 2 pawns down. So now I think it is clear to you that how you can be aggressive and control black in this opening. So let's see a few variations, the common variations, and then I think it will be totally clear to you. Okay, so as we know that the Danish Gambit is really an aggressive opening, it has a lot of traps and common variations. In this video, I am going to show you the 2 most aggressive variations. So in the first variation, we can see that the queen moves to g5, threatening to take the g2 pawn. After that, we move knight to f3, making it enticing for black. Now, if the queen takes, then he is falling for our trap. We go rook to g1, attacking the queen. After that, queen moves to h3. This move is forced as he does not have any other valid moves. After that, we are going to go bishop captures f7. As I told you about this earlier, that keep on looking for this opportunity as this can expose the king and also this is really helpful for you. How is it helpful? You will see in the next couple of moves. So if the king takes our bishop, then he loses his queen. Okay, how does he lose his queen? We move our knight with g5. Now this is simply forking the queen and the king. So he's gone. Now just think, after we move our bishop to f7, what if the king moves to d8? Now if he moves to d8, we have a stunning move, which is we are going to go rook g7 and capturing the pawn. Now what it does is that we are attacking the knight with both of our pieces. So first of all, black needs to capture one of it. So he captures our rook and then we capture his bishop as well. Now look at this position. We are seriously in a very strong position here, and his knight is completely trapped, and also we can capture his rook in a couple of moves. So from here the match should not be very difficult for you. Now moving back, let me show you another variation. Now this is the position where our Danish gambit started. Just think, if after this move black moves bishop to b4 check, now what you can do? From here you are going to go knight to d2. We are going to block with the knight. Then black moves knight to f6, attacking the pawn. We go e5, attacking the knight. Knight e4, attacking our knight. After that, we move again bishop to f7 check. Again we are doing the same move, as we have got another opportunity to crush black. So how we can crush black here? Let us check on. Now if the king takes, then the queen can move to b3. And after that, if the king moves anywhere like e8, we are going to capture the bishop of the black. And now look at this position. You can seriously take this knight if he does not move. And also we are really ahead, means our positional advantage is a lot more, and we have really developed. And black cannot castle. Our king has still got the right to castle. His pieces are not developed, and we are seriously developed and in a really aggressive mode. So this should not be a very tough game for you. And let us see that what will be the conclusion of this gambit from me to you.
Okay, so this was it. Thank you for watching the full video, and if you like this video, it would be really kind of you if you just click on that thumbs up button and the subscribe button, and then click on the bell and then go to all notifications so that you don't miss a single video from Chess Mastermind's YouTube channel. If you want me to do another video on how black can counter this opening, which is the Danish gambit, as it is really aggressive from white, you would surely want to know how black can counter it. And if you want me to make a YouTube video on that, please tell me in the comment section below. Till then, we will meet in the next one. Bye.